After an extremely long season and seeds changing what felt like every single day, the seeds are finally set. Over the next few days, we'll have the play-in tournament going on, so I thought I might as well try to predict who I think will make it out and into the playoffs. We'll start with the Western Conference, and first up is the 7-seeded Lakers who host the 8-seeded Timberwolves. The Wolves won the season series against the Lakers this year 2-1, and crucially, the Lakers lost at home. However, both LeBron and D'Angelo Russell did not play in that game, and the Wolves only won by about 10. But the Wolves were also missing Cat as they did for most of the season, and Anthony Edwards had a below-average game, not even reaching the 20-point mark. This game is truly a toss-up, but I'm going to take the Wolves to upset the Lakers. Now, I don't know if it's just because of my bias towards the Wolves, but I just have a feeling we're going to see one of those incredible games from either Ant or Cat to push the Wolves to a win. Despite this, it would not shock me at all if the Lakers won this game because they have been playing very well over the last month. In the 9 versus 10 seed playing game, you've got the Pelicans hosting the Thunder. Shai has been absolutely incredible this season, and I fully believe he's going to take over this game, dropping at least 30 points. But with the home court advantage in a game like this, especially when the home team is a much better team than the away one, I've got to take the Pelicans pretty comfortably winning this game. Towards the end of the season, Ingram has just completely taken over for the Pelicans and is looking to score at absolutely any opportunity. He dropped 42 on the Wolves just a few days ago, and in that same game, he was being guarded by Anthony Edwards and Jaden McDaniels, which makes it that much more impressive. This game is going to be an offensive battle, but I trust Brandon Ingram and CJ to be able to get the important buckets when their team needs it and head to LA for a chance at the final playoff spot. So that means in the final Western Conference play-in game, we have the Lakers hosting the Pelicans with the winner facing the Nuggets in the first round. The Lakers went 3-1 against the Pelicans this year, and I don't see any reason why they won't make it 4-1. AD has been dominant when he's healthy, and the lack of a true defensive big man for the Pelicans makes it tough for me to go with them. Valanciunas will try his best to guard AD, but I just can't see a world where he doesn't drop a 30 and 10 on him. Pair that with the threat of LeBron James in a do-or-die game, and it just doesn't seem like the Pelicans have an answer for that. I think that if this game happens, the Lakers would easily win, probably by double digits, and set up a series with the Nuggets, which would be an incredible matchup. Now, onto the Eastern Conference, we'll start with the 7-seeded Heat, who are facing the 8-seeded Hawks. Despite some consistency issues, Trae Young has been incredible this season and led the league in total assists for the second consecutive year. However, the Heat and Jimmy Butler, year in and year out, show up when it matters most, and I expect them to do more of the same. In his last 10 games, Jimmy averaged 25 points, 7 assists, and 5 rebounds on the way to clinching the 7th seed in the East. The Heat's solid defense and their playoff experience gives me the confidence that they'll be able to shut down Trae Young and DeJounte Murray to secure their spot in the playoffs and a rematch with the 2-seeded Celtics. Up next is the 9-seeded Raptors at home against the 10-seeded Bulls. This game is extremely tough to predict because on some nights the Bulls can absolutely explode for 130 points or more, but sometimes they'll fall completely flat and go for less than 100. Their defense has massively improved since the trade deadline, which gives them a little more hope, but I'm going to have to stick with the Raptors in this one. The Raptors just took a huge loss to the Celtics, and with just a few days left to go in the season, that is the worst thing that could have happened, but I still trust them to take care of the Bulls. Home court advantage is a huge factor in these playing games, and when you have a crowd like the one in Toronto, it is even more important. Along with that, they simply just have the talent to win this game, and just an average game from Siakam, Van Fleet, and Scottie Barnes should be more than enough to propel them to a win. And that means that in the do-or-die game in the East, we'll have the Hawks at home against the Raptors. The Hawks went 2-1 against the Raptors this season, so it should be a great game, and I think it's going to come down to the wire. The worry I have for both teams is, are they going to be able to defend each other? The Raptors have a solid defensive rating this season, but they haven't shown that they can do it against the Hawks, as they let up over 100 points in all 3 matchups this season. Overall, though, I'm going to put my faith in the Raptors, and I have them moving on to face the 1-seeded Bucks in the first round. If this game happens, it really could go either way, and it wouldn't surprise me if the Hawks came out on top either. So there were my 2023 play-in tournament predictions. As always, be sure to let me know in the comments what you think. Are your picks different from mine? Once the play-in tournament is over, I'll be releasing a full video on my whole playoff predictions and who I think will end up winning the finals. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to let me know by giving it a like, subscribe for more NBA content like this, and thank you so much for watching.